Have you ever wondered what life is like behind the iron bars of a prison? A world that's often left unseen, unheard, and largely misunderstood. As we delve into the unknown reality of life in confinement, let's set the stage by understanding what prison really is. Prison, by definition, is both a form of punishment and a tool for rehabilitation. It's a system designed to isolate those who've broken society's rules, with the ultimate goal of reintroducing them as law-abiding citizens. But it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. You see, there are different types of prisons, each tailored to the varying degrees of offenses committed. Maximum security prisons, for instance, house individuals convicted of serious crimes such as murder or terrorism. These institutions are fortified with high walls, reinforced fences, and stringent security measures to prevent escapes and maintain order. On the other end of the spectrum, we have minimum security prisons, often referred to as camp-fed. These facilities are for non-violent offenders serving shorter sentences. Unlike their maximum security counterparts, these institutions offer more freedom with fewer restrictions. And then there's a world within this world, the juvenile detention centers. These institutions are specifically designed for individuals under the age of 18 who've committed offenses. Here, the focus is not just on punishment, but also on education, therapy, and skill development, with the aim of preventing these young individuals from falling into a cycle of crime. So you see, the prison system isn't just a monolithic structure. It's a complex web of institutions, each with its own unique set of rules, restrictions, and rehabilitative approaches. And within these walls, there's a whole different world, a world that's cut off from the society we know. A world that's often overlooked and misunderstood. It's a world very different from ours, filled with its own unique challenges and experiences. The reality of prison life is often shrouded in myths and misconceptions. Let's uncover some surprising facts. One of the most fascinating aspects of prison life is the prevalence of prison jargon. This unique language, developed and refined over the years, allows inmates to communicate in a manner that's often undecipherable to outsiders. For instance, kite refers to a written message, fish is a term for new prisoners, and rabbit is someone who frequently attempts to escape. Equally intriguing is the importance of respect and reputation within the prison walls. In a world where violence can erupt at any moment, maintaining a certain level of respect can be a matter of survival. And reputation? It's a form of social currency. A good reputation can offer protection, access to resources, and even influence over others. Let's delve a bit deeper. Did you know there's a hidden economy within prisons? Indeed, in the absence of traditional currency, inmates have devised inventive ways of trading goods and services. The most common form of prison currency is commissary items like ramen noodles, canned tuna, or stamps. But it's not just about tangible goods. Services like protection, laundry, or even tutoring can be traded, creating a complex barter system. And here's a fact that might surprise you. Prisons are one of the world's biggest providers of adult education. Many prisons offer a variety of educational programs, from high school equivalency courses to vocational training. Some even offer college degrees. Finally, let's talk about prison food. The meals served are often bland and monotonous, but resourceful inmates have found ways to add some culinary creativity to their limited options. They've invented dishes like prison loaf, a concoction of various food items mashed together or spread, a unique blend of ramen noodles, cheese, and whatever else they can scrounge up. These facts help paint a more accurate picture of what life in prison is truly like. So, what does a typical day in prison look like? Imagine the crack of dawn as the first rays of sunlight peek over the horizon. That's the wake-up call for most prisoners, a strict regimen enforced with military precision. In some institutions, the day starts as early as 4 in the morning with a mandatory roll call to ensure everyone is accounted for. Next on the agenda is breakfast. Meals in prison are more than just sustenance. They mark the passage of time and offer a semblance of normalcy. The menu varies, but it's usually a simple affair. A bowl of cereal, a piece of fruit, perhaps a slice of bread. After breakfast, it's time to work. Prisoners are often assigned jobs that contribute to the running of the institution. These duties can range from laundry and kitchen work to maintenance and groundskeeping. It's a chance to learn new skills, to give back, and to break up the monotony of the day. Then, there's free time. This is when prisoners can participate in activities like reading, writing, or exercise. Some institutions offer educational programs or vocational training during this period. It's a precious window of opportunity for self-improvement and growth. Finally, as the sun sets, the day winds down with dinner followed by lockup. The cells close for the night and prisoners are confined to their quarters. It's a time for reflection, for processing the events of the day. But remember, this routine isn't the same everywhere. Prisons around the world, and even within the same country, can have vastly different schedules. Some are more rigid, others more lenient. Some offer more opportunities for rehabilitation, others less so. Despite the monotony, each day in prison presents its own unique challenges and experiences. Whether it's navigating the social dynamics, adhering to the strict schedule, or finding ways to occupy the mind, every day is a test of resilience and adaptability. But what about the younger inmates? What is life like for them in juvenile detention centers? Well, let's delve into the world of juvenile detention. To start, it's important to understand that these facilities aren't just scaled-down versions of adult prisons. They are, in fact, specifically designed to accommodate the unique needs and challenges faced by young individuals. A typical day in a juvenile detention center is very structured. The goal is to provide a stable environment that can help these young inmates develop discipline and order in their lives. Wake-up calls are early, followed by a quick cleanup of their living quarters. Then, it's off to school. Yes, education is a significant part of the juvenile detention experience. You see, these facilities are not just about punishment, they're also about rehabilitation. Education plays a crucial role in this process, providing these youths with the knowledge and skills they need to reintegrate into society effectively. Different centers may offer a variety of programs, from basic literacy and numeracy courses to vocational training in areas like automotive repair, carpentry, or culinary arts. But life in juvenile detention isn't without its challenges. These young inmates often grapple with feelings of isolation and fear. They're away from their families and friends, and the unfamiliar environment can be quite daunting. Many also struggle with mental health issues such as depression, anxiety, or substance abuse problems. In response, many juvenile detention centers offer counseling and mental health services. These are designed to help the detainees understand and cope with their feelings, and to provide them with tools to manage their mental health once they're released. Despite these efforts, it's important to remember that life in juvenile detention is far from ideal. These young individuals are still prisoners, their freedoms curtailed and their lives placed on hold. Life in juvenile detention centers is a stark reminder of how prison impacts not just adults, but children and teenagers as well. It's a world that not many of us see, but one that can leave indelible marks on those who experience it. Did you know that prisons have their own unique economy? It's an intriguing concept, isn't it? But it's a reality that plays out behind bars every single day. Just like the outside world, prisons operate on the principles of supply and demand. But in the absence of cash, prisoners have to get creative. Often currency takes the form of everyday items like cigarettes, canned food, or even stamps. These items become valuable commodities traded for goods and services within the prison walls. The prison economy is not just about trading goods, though. It also includes jobs that prisoners can hold. These can range from menial tasks like laundry and kitchen work to more specialized jobs like library assistants or even teaching. Yes, you heard it right. Some prisoners, especially those with high educational qualifications or specific skills, can end up teaching their fellow inmates. While the pay for these jobs is often meager, usually well below minimum wage, it provides inmates with a sense of purpose and accomplishment. More importantly, it equips them with practical skills and work experience that can be invaluable once they're released. Now, you might be wondering, what kind of goods and services are we talking about? Well, the prison economy can be surprisingly diverse. It can include everything from haircuts and tattooing to legal advice and personal training. And yes, even entertainment. Inmates with musical or storytelling talents can use these to earn their keep. Of course, this prison economy is not without its challenges and controversies. Some argue that it can perpetuate inequality and exploitation. Others worry that it can lead to black markets and violence. However, it also showcases human ingenuity and adaptability. In the most restrictive of environments, people find ways to create value, meet their needs, and even form a semblance of a community. This prison economy is a testament to human adaptability, even in the most challenging of environments. It's a stark reminder that even in the darkest corners of our society, the human spirit finds ways to survive and thrive. But prison isn't just about punishment. It's also about rehabilitation and reintegration. In many prisons worldwide, a range of rehabilitation programs are offered to inmates. These programs aim to prepare individuals for a productive life after their release, helping them to overcome the challenges that often accompany the transition from inmate to free citizen. Rehabilitation programs take many forms. Some focus on education, offering inmates the chance to earn a high school diploma or even take college courses. Others center around vocational training, equipping prisoners with the skills they need to find a job upon release. Substance abuse programs are also common, helping inmates overcome addiction and reduce their likelihood of reoffending. But then there's the other side of the coin, reintegration. This is the process of transitioning back into society after being in prison, and it's often fraught with difficulties. Ex-prisoners frequently face stigma and discrimination, struggle to find employment or housing, and may lack the necessary support systems to help them navigate this challenging time. Imagine for a moment stepping out of a world where every minute of your day is structured and controlled, into a world that is fast-paced, technologically advanced, and often overwhelming. It's like being dropped into a foreign country without a map or a guide, and it can be incredibly daunting. To help ease this transition, some prisons offer reintegration programs. These might include job placement services, housing assistance, or mentoring from individuals who have successfully made the transition themselves. Despite these efforts, however, the journey from prisoner to ex-prisoner remains a difficult one. The road to rehabilitation and reintegration is long and winding, filled with obstacles and setbacks. But it's also a journey of transformation, of personal growth, and of second chances. So, while prisons may be places of punishment, they are also places of potential, where individuals can learn, grow, and prepare for a new chapter in their lives. The journey from prisoner to ex-prisoner is a long and difficult one, filled with many hurdles. So, what can we take away from all of this? We've delved into the unknown reality of prison life, unraveling surprising facts that challenge our preconceived notions. We've walked through the daily routines that define the lives of many, and seen how even within these walls, an economy thrives. We've learned about juvenile detention, a grim reminder that these experiences are not limited to adults alone. We've seen the attempts at rehabilitation and reintegration, the glimmers of hope in an otherwise bleak landscape. These glimpses into the lives of prisoners have shown us the impact of the justice system on individuals. It's a complex, multifaceted issue, one that goes beyond the confines of a cell. Understanding the realities of prison life can help us better understand the complexities of our justice system, and perhaps even inspire us to work towards making it better. Let's carry these lessons with us, because knowledge is the first step towards change.